Hey guys, on this episode of Camp Outside, we're going to take a look at campsites 33, 35, 36, 37, and 38 at Fort DeSoto Park in Pinellas County. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. So today we're taking a look at campsites at Fort DeSoto Park in Pinellas County, Florida. It's a fantastic park with plenty to see and do. It's right on the mouth of Tampa Bay, right on the Gulf of Mexico, and it is a fantastic place to go to the beach, to boat, to fish, to ride bikes. They have an awesome dog beach, just a great place to camp. So if you haven't ever checked out my overview of Fort DeSoto Park, I'm gonna put that right here. So check that out. And then also, we've done an overview of the campground at Fort DeSoto. Basically, we show you the amenities, the playgrounds, the restrooms, all of the stuff in the campground at Fort DeSoto so that you can check that out. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put that right here. And then both of those video links will be down in the description below. So Camp Outside is going to campsites all across America when we go camping, and we're shooting the empty campsites to help you pick a campsite when you're reserving a campsite. So a lot of times on these systems, these park systems, you give you a couple of dinky photos and you're trying to decide if that site is suitable for your needs. We want to make it easier for you, so that's why we're shooting all these videos of campsites to help you pick a campsite when you want to go camping. So with that, let's get started with the campsite videos. Fort DeSoto Park is at the southern tip of Pinellas County, Florida. It's southwest of St. Petersburg, and it's on a barrier island. It's at the mouth of Tampa Bay. The campground for Fort DeSoto is south of the boat ramp on the main entrance road. The majority of the campground is on St. Christopher Key, and the entire campground has access to the water and Mullet Key Bayou. The nearest restroom for sites 33, 35, 36, 37, and 38 at Fort DeSoto Park is restroom number 2 as indicated on the map. Restroom number 2 is a full-service restroom with running water and hot showers, and it also has laundry facilities. Let's take a look at campsite number 33. 33 is in Area 1, which is suitable for tents, vans, and pop-ups, but does not allow pets. So Site 33 is a back-end site. Starting from the road, you can see that there are some trash can receptacles along the road. There's also hot ash receptacles for your fire pit or your charcoal grill. This site is a water access site. So this site is a nice large site. It has plenty of room to not only park your vehicle but also set up your tents or screen houses or whatever else that you might have. It has water and electric hookup, a picnic table, a hook to hang a lantern or gear, and a charcoal grill. The site opens up into a little grassy field that gives access to the water. This is one of the last sites in this row that gives a water access that isn't obstructed by mangroves. And as you can see by that little Hobie cat there, it's a great place to bring your paddle boards or kayaks and go explore the Mullet Key Bayou. The next site we're going to take a look at is site number 35. Site 35 is another back-end site in Area 1, which is suitable for tents, vans, and pop-ups, and does not allow pets. So starting at the main road, you'll see that this site does not offer water access. The water access sites are across the street. This site is not very big compared to the other sites in Area 1. So I would not pick this site if you have a large group or are planning multiple cars for parking. It's not very deep, as you can see. But the site does kind of open up into a place that has plenty of room for pitching a tent or two, or a tent in a screen house. It does have a picnic table and a charcoal grill, a hook to hang a lantern or other gear, and it does have water and electric hookup. That building in the back there that you see is restroom number 2, and there's a pathway just past that little path there that takes you to the restroom. There's the water and electric hookup. So again, not a very large site, but large enough, I think, for most people's uses. The next site we're going to take a look at is site number 36 in Area 1. And again, Area 1 is only for tents, vans, and pop-ups and does not allow pets. So there's some trash receptacles on the road there. I don't know if you saw them, but trash is very close. And as you can see, though this site is on the water, it does not offer a water view. There's more trash receptacles right there. So this site is on the water, as I said. It is pretty wide. It offers water and electric hookup, a picnic table, and a hook to hang gear, and a charcoal grill. There's some pretty good shade in this site, which is nice for beating the heat. But as we work our way to the back of the site, you'll see that the water view is obstructed by mangroves. As the site opens up, there's a little grassy field with a path. You'll see a lot of people recreating along this path, either riding their bike or walking. And then as you look through the mangroves, you can see the water. And I think as we pan the other way, you will see that you're pretty close to a water view. You just don't have a water view. So if you just walk down the path a little bit, you'll be able to see the water. It's a nice secluded site if you're not looking for a water view. So the next site we're going to take a look at is a back-end site in Area 1 that's suitable for tents, vans, pop-ups, and does not allow pets. We're going to take a look at site number 37. So there are some trash receptacles right on the main road there. Again, this is not a water site view. The water site view sites are across the road. There's one of the hot ash receptacles that I mentioned in a lot of the videos. They're great for putting your ashes from charcoal grills or your campfires. This site is not a very big site. It's not as deep as some of the other sites that we have, but it does have a charcoal grill, a picnic table, a hook to hang gear or a lantern, and then water and electric hookup. It is big enough to set up a couple of tents or a screen house, and does have a couple of trees that are suitable for hanging a hammock. But again, it isn't one of the larger sites in Area 1. So the next site we're going to take a look at is site number 38. Site number 38 is also in Area 1, which is suitable for tents, fans, and pop-ups, and does not allow pets. So this site is not a very large site. As you can see from the photos on the main road there, there's a trash receptacle right on the outside of the site. This site offers some pretty good privacy to the left and to the right. It does offer water and electric hookup. It has a charcoal grill, a picnic table, and a hook to hang a lantern or other gear. And it does have plenty of space for setting up a tent or two and a screen house. And there are little paths to get to the campsites next to it, so that if you're camping with friends on adjacent sites, you can access the other sites. But it does offer some privacy. And again, this site opens up into a little grassy field, and then just beyond those trees there is the water, but your water view is obstructed. This is another nice site if you're not looking for a water view. So I hope you found those videos useful. Camping at Fort DeSoto is a blast, and I hope that these videos will help you pick your campsite when you're planning your trip at Fort DeSoto. So guys, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, it makes a huge difference for me in being able to bring this content to you, and I love doing it. So guys, just help me out there. Also, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. So Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learning about nature, and developing a conservation ethic. And so if you're a single mom or a single dad and you're not really sure how to get into this camping thing, or your parents who just don't have a lot of experience and want help getting your kids outside, I would love to hear from you. Either drop me a comment below or connect with me on my other social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can either, send me a message there or a comment on any of those posts, and I would love to connect with you and get your questions answered. Also, guys, if you are planning a trip to Fort DeSoto, I shot 183 videos at Fort DeSoto of campsites. So if you've got a trip planned in the near future and you would like to see your campsite, drop me a comment below or connect with me on my other social media and give me your site number, and I can most likely produce that video for you. Now, if you're going next weekend, guys, it does take me a little bit of time to produce these videos, so I probably won't be able to get it out to you. But if you're not going for a month or so, most likely I can get that video in the rotation and get it produced and get it out to you. So definitely here to help you plan your trip to Fort DeSoto. It is an amazing place. The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is a few safety tips while camping at Fort DeSoto. There's some things that you need to be aware of if you're camping at Fort DeSoto. Number one is being prepared for the heat, especially if you're camping here during the hotter times of the year, especially if you're not from Florida. Know the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Be prepared with sunscreen. Keep your kids and yourself hydrated. Heat exhaustion is quite dangerous down here in Florida, as well as bad sunburns. So you want to make sure you're ready for that. The second aspect that I want you to keep in mind is the weather. So when you're camping on a barrier island, storms pop up in the Gulf and come on shore quite often, and so you can have a lot of rain, a lot of lightning, and a lot of wind. And so if you're going to be camping at Fort DeSoto, if you're in an RV or a camper trailer and you've got an awning, you want to make sure that that's secure before you leave for the day. I've seen a lot of windstorms ruin awnings or destroy screen houses or that kind of thing. So if you have a tent or a screen house, you want to make sure those are guyed out to make sure that you're prepared for the wind and the weather, and make sure your stuff is secure. Anything that you don't want to get rained on, put it away, because it could be nice, bright, sunny skies when you leave, but a storm can roll in and drop an inch or two of rain in a matter of minutes. And then the last thing I want you guys to be aware of is the bugs. So camping at Fort DeSoto is great, but at certain times of the year, the mosquitoes and the no-see-ums can be pretty bad. So, I recommend long sleeves and long pants if you can stand it. I get in the summertime, that's not very practical, but also having a good DEET spray. And I run Thermacells. So if you're not familiar with Thermacell insect repellents, check those out. I'll put a video right up here and a link down in the description where you can check that out. I highly recommend that. Other than that, guys, Fort DeSoto is a fantastic place to camp, a fantastic place to spend time with your family, a fantastic place to explore. So I highly recommend that you plan your trip to Fort DeSoto. People often ask me, how do I get in, because it always seems to be full. Guys, you have to reserve this place 6 months in advance, especially during the cooler times of the year. It's very, very hard to get a campsite at Fort DeSoto. So got to reserve it 6 months in advance. I always recommend that you go on your computer early in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. 6 months to the day you want to stay there, and that's when you reserve. If you think you're going to get into Fort DeSoto next weekend, you might if there's a cancellation, but most likely it's going to be booked. So definitely, plan your stay, and that's why I want to bring these videos to you, so you can pick your campsite and get it ahead of time. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching Camp Outside. I could not do this without you. Please subscribe, please hit that like, hit that little bell that notifies you when we release new videos. We're going to be bringing a lot more videos from Fort DeSoto and other campsites all across the nation. So if you like camping content, subscribe and stay right here. Stay tuned to Camp Outside. Camp Outside is your inside source for all things outside. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.